Bam! The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, to the new video. Today we're doing Hedera Hashgraph because people are talking about it. It's pumping a lot, so we're gonna talk about what are we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about why it's pumping. We're gonna talk about if this is some kind of top or not, and then we're gonna talk some kind of price prediction and where this can actually go, because that's really hard part once it's above the all-time high. But before we do that, make sure to check the Patreon page, because right now it's $1 1 month, and I'm gonna upgrade that to be a little bit more, and I'm gonna post a lot of more updates there, altcoins and stuff like that. So make sure to be early adopter while you can. Anyways, let's get into the charts and see what's actually happening with Hedera Hashgraph. So basically you can see this pump over here. It went ecstatic. So this is the weekly chart, this is the daily chart. I think people like looking at daily chart because it's slightly more spiky than the other charts. So what's actually been happening? Let's start by looking at the weekly chart, and we can see here that once we broke these tops over here, we started going high up, right? It just started exploding, and then all of these tops that were created, once we broke it on the weekly, we started going up. Then we created this top over here, we got some kind of retracement back to the previous resistance and broke it, and then pumped up. So I'm expecting some kind of pullback, some kind of correction, some kind of stop, because this is already pumped just these 2 weeks, like 200%. Can it pump more? Yeah, why not? But the red candle or something like that on the weekly, it should be welcomed for the move. Let's see how that looks on the RSI, and just see right now. This is the let's start by looking at the daily RSI is at 90, weekly is at 89, and monthly is at 90. So it can go further higher, it can continue move further high up, but it's getting up there, it's getting up there. So how far it's gonna go on this move, it's hard to tell, it's hard to tell how far it's gonna go on this move, but it's getting pretty overextended, and I think it's time for a pullback soon, because this, even on the daily chart, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 days in a row in green. So even statistically speaking, red candle should be welcomed, you know. So why am I saying that this is actually this is overextended? Well, we're gonna look at this indicator down here. It just measures the distance between the moving average, small moving average, and the price. Meaning, think of it like a rubber band. Like when it gets extended, it needs to pull back to the normal. So basically, this is the daily chart, and we can see that usual trading range is it's up to this line over here, and when it gets extended, like something like this, maybe all the way up to these levels up here. So you can see, we're gonna say like extension goes up to there, and once it breaks the last line, once it breaks this line, it gets some kind of pullback. So you can see here on this stop over here, we got a pullback there. On this stop here, we got a big pullback. On this stop here, pullback, right? So, and these stops over here also pullback over here, pullback over here. Here was also a kind of sideways move, but here there was no pull. We are pushing it up, and especially this movement here. When you see this on on this indicator, when you see move like this, doing it, like you can see here, right? And it's over down here. It's a normal thing, but when it's extended from the price, or when the price is spent from moving average, and it starts doing this, usually it means that the price is being pushed very hard, and it's getting resistance. But there are a lot of bulls, there are a lot of people buying, so that's why he couldn't reset. So it was trying to get down, try to get up, but then it was pushed further up. But it is getting into some kind of overextended levels up here at the tops. So will it push above this or not? It's hard to tell, but we are there. So this stop over here is it's an outlier. It can do this. It can of course do, how many percent was this? Let me do it like this. This was this was 300-400% move, and you can see this extension, and then you get this big drop. So of course it can do that, of course, but right now thinking that we are let's see how RSI was during this stop over here, just because this was 91 on the daily. Let's see the weekly. I just want to see how this stop was acting at on a weekly. It was, sorry, no, weekly it was only a 68. Yeah, so it was quite low on the weekly RSI for that stop. It looks overextended. It looks overextended. So how far this is actually gonna go, it's hard to tell. But I'm still gonna give you a price prediction of how far this is gonna go. So basically, what do we know now? Let's just reiterate. We have this pump over here. It's going. We can maybe even draw some lines over here. This looks like it went something like this over this up, maybe even something like this, and then it broke out of it. This actually looks a lot more nicer, and once it broke this trend line over here, the resistance is started pumping up high. I think you could say this was line, and it got rejected, and it started pumping again after that. But then you could also use this triangle down here and say this is the correct triangle. Well, it's not a triangle. It's more of a channel. And if it's a channel, then this is trending in the channels. And anyways, once we broke this line over here, it started pumping. So how far it's gonna pump, it's hard to tell, but it's getting this, certain kind of tops. Of course, this can also pump further higher up. I'm not saying that, but trading wise, it's a bad thing to do to get in at the top at a very extended move. You at least want this for example, this indicator on the daily. You want the price to come down to this 10 moving average, because you can see the 10 it's too extended from the 10 moving average. So every time it extends from 10 moving average, the white line, it gets back to the white line, right? So if you're gonna get into something, at least wait, it's around the 10 moving average. On the weekly, it's very extended from the 10 moving average. 10 moving average is all the way down here at 0.16, and now we are all so some kind of a pullback. You can see here, once it extends too far from the white line, the 10 moving average, some kind of pullback is needed, and correction is coming. When it's actually coming, it's hard to tell, but it is coming. Let's remove the moving averages, and now I'm gonna show you what I think about the price and where it's gonna go. And I think you're gonna find this interesting, because there's one very nice line that I'm gonna draw right now, and it's this one over here. I'm not gonna be that precise, but because this is gonna be ballpark area. And this one over here, and you can see that the bottom over here, support, acting as a support over here as well. Once we broke it, it was acting as a resistance 2-3 times. So this line is actually the best line you can draw on this chart, and this is a difference between a bull market and a bear market, or something like that. So right now we are very bullish because we are above this line. So how far this can go? And there's another line you can draw that's also a very nice line, and it's gonna give us some kind of price prediction, and it's this line. So why am I saying that this line is very important? Although this acting as support over here, and so only hits it as a resistance here, even though this wick went way above it, and it hits this with this resistance up here. So it is some kind of line, but the importance comes from that they are parallel. It's a parallel line with the bottom line, right? So these two lines are very nice. We can maybe draw it something like this. Maybe we can use this tool over here and make it something like this. Yeah, something, and then extend it over. Now, that didn't work out as planned. Let's use like this and put down, and I cannot put it down. This is gonna, let's try one more time. Wait, let's try one more time. Put it there, all the way here, like this, and then put it up here, something like this, and just delete not this one, the other one, this one. Okay, yeah, it's okay, it's a ballpark. You can see they are parallel, right? All right, they are really parallel. This stop over here is parallel with the bottom line. Oh, sorry, you could not see that because of my beautiful face. Bad joke. It's too early in the morning, you can forgive me about it. So they're parallel line, and you can see here that right now we are hitting this midline over here on this channel upstairs. So we got into this channel and we are hitting this midline, and maybe some kind of pullback is needed before we actually break this channel on the upside. Then we perhaps get another move back to test the channel and then all the way up. So target is actually the upper line over here, and today it would be around $1, something around here maybe. Depends how fast this goes up and how much pullback you get and how much sideways movement and how long time you use to get out the weekends and stuff like that. Anyways, this looks actually quite good, but right now it's actually quite a standard, so I won't get into this. If I mean, not a financial advice. You do with your money what you want to do with your money. I do with my money what I want to do with my money. You do your trades, I'll do my trades, my opinion only, all that shebang. But this looks actually good, but right now it's kind of overextended. So I think there are better opportunities in the crypto right now than this. It's too much hype. That's what I'm trying to say. There was too much hype. Anyways, now it's your turn to subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the share button, click all the buttons right down in the comments for the YouTube algorithm and all this shebang. Also check out the Patreon. Right now it's $1 1 month, but I'm gonna post daily updates on a lot of altcoins and stuff like that, and I'm gonna update it. So you still got a chance, because there was 100 spots for $1 1 month, I thought, for early people, but it kind of stopped up. So I'm gonna remove that, and it's gonna be like a bit more pricey, but I think it's gonna be a lot more decent Patreon than it was up until this point. So you might you still got a chance to get into it for $1 1 month, but soon it's gonna change. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you later today, because we're gonna have a lot of videos today. Bye bye.